Hey guys, welcome back to Cargon. A little bit different Wednesday. Where they at? We're going to show you how we decide on dispersed camping. First thing we do is stop at a campground. As you see across the street, that's where we spent last Wednesday night, I believe it was, and headed out the next morning. The reason we do that is when we go down the bumpy roads, we don't want our cargo trailer with us. So we'll get back to you here shortly. It's about a 8-mile drive out to where we're going. All right, now a right turn as we head off the main drag, and I really forgot to introduce my guest driver today, Wilma Flintstone, looking pretty good for 112 years old. Now she decided not to be on camera, something about a video release, so we'll work on that. Anyway, moving forward here, just a little bit more of the backstory. Always find an app, Free Roam, iOverlander, FreeCamping.net, Campendium are all choices that a lot of folks looking for camping in a dispersed area or otherwise boondocking away from traditional campgrounds. So from this vantage point, we're headed back towards those foothills in the distance, about 3.5 miles, and we'll get back to here in just a little bit second. Just don't want this video to go too long. All right, guys, now we're back onto the where the road turns a little bit more bumpy. So again, we do this as an investigation run. Don't want to haul the trailer out here. Want to determine conditions of the roads, rocks, ruts, and such. And from this point here moving forward, all this is available for dispersed camping. Again, you try to follow the etiquette of the Forest Service, and by that I mean they definitely want you in an established location to camp. So you're looking for a road or an entrance off the main drag. Usually you'll see a fire ring. That's usually a dead giveaway. And again, from here on to the forest is about another mile here. We'll get back to you here shortly. So this is the first campsite right there. He's been here a little bit longer than we have. I think we're on our 5th day. And this is, again, where it all begins. And as does the rough road. But just some things that we think about out here. I know that we checked cell signal. We carry both AT&T and Verizon just to be on the safe side, and they actually are both fairly strong out here. AT&T a little bit better. Another thing that you want to consider is looking at a map, at least an overhead map. Is there more than one way out of here? In this case, there is not. So once we get to our campsite, the only way back out is this direction. And of course that becomes problematic if there's a fire, but fortunately for us, we have seen the fire boys out here working the last 2 or 3 days. No fire, just doing some training and some cleanup. So that's all good to know. Another thing, of course, you always have to keep your eye on the sky and know what the weather forecast entails, potential flash floods and those kinds of things. And we'll be back to you here shortly as soon as we make our turn towards our location. All right, we're going to make a turn towards our place, towards the left, which is Browns Creek Trail, Raspberry Gulch, and Eddy Creek to the right. All 3 locations have campsites. I'd say there's probably about 30 to 35 out here, maybe a little bit more. Nice thing about it, they're all about 100 yards apart, so that's another thing you want to consider, our neighbors. Really nice separation out here. Shade, as many trees as there are, you think there's a ton of shade, but that can be hit and miss as well. And if you really get remote and are concerned especially about no cell coverage, you may want to drop a pin to a family member to let them know where you're at in case they don't hear from you in a while. They can always at least have a GPS location for you. Also, water source. You're going to need water. I'll try to insert a clip here in just a minute on our water option that we have out here. Actually, it's about 10 miles from here, but we do go by a little creek, so if we got really desperate, we could go down there and get water. And we'll finish off here in just a second. And voila, no one has taken the Taj Mini Mall. Always good to see. And that reminds me of security, at least try to deter things. Again, you'll see we've got a coupler hitch, got a wheel lock on the back, some other chains going on, and last but not least, we try to park out front and block access. You don't want to feel going 40 miles an hour in the back of the cargo trailer and you're not the driver. That'd be an eye-awakening moment. Anyway, guys, big old round of applause to Wilma Flintstone for driving us today, and we'll see you next Wednesday.